This is the first video that I've done for college. And it's going to hopefully be fairly short. I have a lot to say. A lot has happened. So I'm going to kind of try and stick to the details. Or not stick to the details. Stick to the important stuff. Then if you want to know details, you can, ask me. But my first day here, when I actually moved in, was on last Wednesday. When my parents left, then my roommate and I were kind of just sitting in our room like, okay, what do we do now? So we started kind of wandering around, and then we were like, hey, let's go to the library. We just started kind of looking around. First of all, we found books about potatoes. I didn't really know there could be books about potatoes, but you would be surprised how many books about potatoes there are. And I'm not just talking about, okay, this is a book about potatoes. I'm talking about something that's called the American Potato Journal. There had about 40 volumes. And the Potato Yearbook that had probably 30 different books. And so I have some pictures of those, along with some other pictures of interesting books that I will post. I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that. We'll see. We had College of Math and Science meetings, which is kind of boring, but then that night we had, the night after we had the Avengers movie night. Like, you could go onto the lawn of one of the apartments, I guess, and they were having just this huge screen showing the Avengers. They also had a carnival going at the time, had an open mic night going at the time. After we went to see the Avengers, we came back. We found a bunch of these guys in the lobby playing this game called Magic. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like it's a card game, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, except way more advanced. So it's kind of fun just to sit there and watch them get really intense playing this game. And so that was interesting. So then on Friday, we started to join up with our WoW groups. And once we joined up with our WoW groups, it was non-stop doing stuff. Like, I think we never got more than a 40-minute break unless it was in the morning when we were getting ready, or at night when it was like 1 in the morning. So, but I did more stuff here in those, 4 days, that I think I thought I would do in, like, the first quarter here. Like, I went kayaking, which I probably wouldn't have done if my group hadn't been doing it, because I don't really like open water, but once I was there, I was fine. We hiked to this big P on the hill. It stands for Polytechnic, and it's this really cool hike, and so you go up there, and we were watching the sunset, and you can watch the sunset on, like, the whole San Luis Obispo area, and it was really interesting to watch. Coming down from that hike was interesting, because I don't like heights. I don't like space in front of me. So walking up I was okay, because it was behind me, and I kept telling myself not to look behind me and freak out. And then, but once we were up there, then we were walking down, and I had to look, where all the space was, and so I was, like, freaking out, and I was, like, stepping like this. And, like, one of my WoW leaders, Rachel, was holding my hand the entire time for literal and figurative support. My whole WoW group, if you don't know what WoW is, it's Week of Welcome, was really cool. We became, like, a really big family, and my WoW leaders, Rachel and Gina, are really cool. Remind me to teach you guys how to play Picture and Telephone, because it is hilarious and we need to learn how to play it. I went to a bonfire, which was pretty cool. It was held by the school, so there wasn't, like, drinking or anything. It was cool, like, just to be out on the beach, like, at nighttime and stuff, and I had a s'more. I saw a shooting star that night, which I feel like it means something, but I'm a little bit superstitious when it comes to, like, stuff like that, just because I want it to be true. Oh, and then we went down a Bubblegum Alley, which is, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but, like, there's Bubblegum Alley in San Luis Obispo, and it's just, like, all of the walls and the ground is just covered with bubblegum. Not as much on the ground, because no one wants to, like, throw it on the ground and then step in it, but, I mean, there's still a lot on the ground. But the walls are covered. People make words out of the gum. They put things on the wall with their gum. It's insane and really cool. School started. I go to class. I come back. I study for however long I have until my next class. Or I go to lunch with people, and if I'm not eating lunch with people, I study while I eat lunch. Or breakfast. Or dinner. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. And yes, this does say platform 9 3/4.